Yo, what's going on, guys? Savage here. Today we're going to be covering another viewer submitted duos gameplay, and we're going to be spectating my dude CR. So sit with me as we learn from his mistakes and try to correct those and those of the players that he kills. Now guys, if you want to submit gameplay video, please do not hesitate to. I'm not looking for the best players. I'm not looking for high octane games. I'm not looking for high kill gameplay. I'm looking for gameplay that you're struggling and we can try to help you get out of the struggles while teaching everyone else to avoid the same mistakes. So guys, please don't hesitate to upload, your 3-4 kill games, your 6th, your 20th place. It doesn't matter. I'm looking for the struggle games. I'm not looking for the 20+ kill games. And if you want to submit a video, make sure you upload a recent match to YouTube, join our Discord server, and post a link to that video in our viewer submission category. But before we dive into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Wolfpack today. Also, leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 600 likes, and follow me on Twitch, where we've been playing with viewers basically, well, every time I stream. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, here we are with my dude CR. He's going to be landing at Superstore with his teammate Bach. Superstore is a great place to stat pad the hell out of your KD, to raise it up. You can walk away with 4 to 6 kills easily, no matter what game mode you play, as long as you play Superstore smart. The trick about Superstore isn't to just run and sprint through it as fast as you can, but also on the contrary, don't crouch walk the whole thing either. You got to find the perfect balance. You got to clear every corner in every room pretty carefully. It's a lot easier doing duos, trios, and quads because you have teammates to help you. But in solos, it could get a little frustrating with people corner camping. All right, so here we see 2 guys in the corner. Bach is going in a 1v2, but fortunately, CR was there to help out with the kills. Not really much correction from the enemy team they just killed. I mean, one of them had a pistol. One of them had the Origin shotgun. I mean, he should have been able to outplay both of them with the Origin. The Origin is nasty right now. If you guys are not using the Origin, thank you. The thing is absolutely broken. But here we own the rooftop, and it's time to go inside and get a scavenger. Now, I usually don't go for scavengers in Superstore if there's a bounty objective. Because there's not a bounty objective, this would be a great opportunity. Just when you're in Superstore, guys, don't get distracted with your objective. You want to stay alert and you want to keep scanning. People can be hiding in this place anywhere. And even if you don't think there's people here, there probably is. All right, so these guys have enough money for the loadout without going for the search objective. One of the benefits to Superstore, especially if it's uncontested or you kill everybody, is there's a lot of money here. These guys haven't even looted the entire thing yet, and they're still finding money. But they can go ahead and get their loadout, which I would probably do right now since you already have the money. If you want to make your way back to Superstore and loot it, that's up to you. I would just go ahead for the search objectives, knock them out so I can start hunting down kills. And remember, guys, every bounty that you complete, there's a bonus multiplier on it. So you actually get more money for the second one, and then you get more for the third one, then you get more for the 4th one, and then so on and so forth. So if you really want to get a bunch of UAVs, you really want to get self-res, you really want to get a bunch of things, I definitely would recommend you going for objectives over and over and over again. All right, guys, so look, we have 3 teams around them right now. We have a team on the buy station over here by Garage. We have a team in Storage Town, and we have a team in these buildings over here. Now, as far as which team to push, I definitely would recommend Storage Town. I honestly love fighting in Storage Town. I think it's a pretty balanced fight. People get the high ground on little rooftops of the storages. You can easily shoot them off. If they're hiding in the crevice, you can easily stun them, jump in there, C4, grenades, whatever you have in your equipment. Or you can just challenge them using the buildings as cover. The problem with pushing this compound right here, this is a huge open field. So if these guys who are on the right side of the compound decide to come out and they see you for whatever reason, they can shoot you in the back. Again, I try to avoid going out in the open. You might be like, Savage, what? But this is the open, Savage. This is it too. No, not really. So there's only a little open part over here, and then you have hay bales. You have 3 hay bales right here you can jump to, and then you can work your way using cover to the next compound. For the most part, most areas when you're pushing from compound to compound, they have some form of cover. Most between ridges, buildings, blown up vehicles, trees, things like that. Most compounds when you move out have cover. Granted, there's a lot of places that don't, aka around stadium, airport. There's a lot of places that are open field, but when you look at a map like this, the first thing I look for is what is the better push? Assuming everyone in the world's looking at me, where can I push to that's safest? And this is the best push as far as fighting. This is the best push as far as not being in the open. This is what I would go with. Now, the problem with going up top to the garage is that's a pretty hot spot, and these guys at the buy station. So what's going to happen probably, if they do go here, these guys are going to throw down their loadout because that's probably what they're going to the buy station for. They're going to throw out their loadout, and Storage Town's going to see that, and because they're so close, they're going to push. So if you're pushing and they're pushing, and you happen to be pushing a little bit faster, or these guys even turn around, you're kind of in the open. Granted, you have a building you could jump right here, but at that point, it's still an unnecessary fight. But we've got our loadout. We've got no money. We have a search objective up. This is the time you decide, do we want to go back for the search objective or do we want to go for the kills? I'm not going to give you guys any tips on that one. That's completely up to you. Some games I'm super kill hungry and I'll just go after everybody. Some games I'll just play super smart, play slow for the win, get my money, get my advanced UAVs. Also, guys, my streams over on Twitch, you guys have been amazing. So I've been super hyped and screaming a lot of happiness, of course. I've been screaming a lot over there. So I'm losing my voice. So if it seems like I'm tired or if it seems like I'm raspy, it's because my voice is going out very, very quickly. All right, so here we are in an unnecessary position. I want to go ahead and throw this out there real quick. I wish we had a map to look at, but we don't. So we have Storage Town in front of us. What's going to happen if he shoots somebody with a Bruin? If somebody, even if someone crossed right in front of his crosshair, by the time he was able to react to him and start shooting him, he'd probably down the enemy pretty close to cover. So he probably won't get the execution. Not to mention the chance of an enemy crossing this little area in this big ass compound is very slim. It can happen, but it's very slim. In this situation, I would avoid being on the rooftop because Storage Town is going to be a hard contest from this distance. Garage is going to be a very hard contest at this distance. And well, the other compound is not even concerned. And because he's up here, unfortunately, now the team at Garage knows he's here as well. There he is glaring in on him and he's got to get off the roof quickly. You do not want to contest a sniper in this game, period, right? The Grawl was probably the only gun that could really contest a sniper at that range. The Bruin, even before the nerf, I just don't think would have enough range and damage in order to take out a sniper at this distance. All right, one thing I noticed right off the dump, I would recommend either lowering your DPI or your ADS sensitivity. All right, so basically when you're shooting at the enemy, I want you to focus on your crosshair and the jagged movement. The jagged movement is what tells me you need to lower your ADS sensitivity and or your DPI on your mouse. You laser him at first, and then you notice how you just jerk downwards, and then you jerk back and forth right there. You get the cracks. You wasted a little bit of ammo with the jerk. Your accuracy was a little off with the jerks. Definitely recommend you lower your ADS sensitivity. I don't know what it is right now, but it honestly seems like you're playing at a full 1 ADS sensitivity. I recommend a 0.55, 0.6, 0.5, 0.45, somewhere in that range. But that's completely personal preference. Go into a bot game, mess with the ADS sensitivity, and see if you can get any better. Granted, it just could have been an off shot. That happens to the best of us, right? We all have off games. We all have off fights. But if I see consistency about this, I'll definitely stress the importance more.
I got blasted outside of the... No.
All right, so because one guy came sprinting out of here to the loadout, I would definitely assume that his friend is somewhere nearby. And unfortunately, there are two friends nearby. Very ballsy push, half health with no plates. But because he was pushing at you, I definitely would have done the same thing. Guys, a lot of people make the mistakes when their teammate's down, just sticking the res. You got to remember, if your teammate's down, you want to prioritize your teammate. But first and foremost, you need to make sure the area is clear. If you feel like the enemy's pushing you and he's close, you stop resing and you get the kill. I see it too many times. When I'm playing with randoms, when I'm playing with viewers, when I'm playing with normal teammates of mine, this happens a lot. It'll be a 4v4 or a 3v3, whatever the situation is. They'll go to res me instead of actually getting the guy who just downed me, who's pushing, who's really close. Despite my call outs, they just get super tunnel vision on the res. They stick the res. Next thing you know, the enemy rounds the corner, shoots them in the face, and now we're both dead. No sense going for a res, guys, if you're being pushed. Now, this may seem very basic, but again, this is something I see all the time between viewers submitted gameplay, my teammates, and the randoms we spectate. But keep a mental note, guys. We killed one guy out in the open. We killed two guys by the building, right? So one team's wiped. There's still someone else around nearby. Every single time the circle shifts, no matter where it goes, every time the circle collapses and it tells you a new place to go to, pull up your map and look at the whole map. I want you guys to look at the whole map so you can plan out your situation and see where you want to go. He might do this while he's driving, but I definitely would rather have a game plan in my head, knowing exactly where I wanted to go, knowing exactly what the terrain looks like in the area that I'm driving through, know exactly what compounds I'm passing. That way I can throw some audibles. All right, so this right here, again, it's up to you. It's up to you on how you want to fight, but this right here would have been a good fight to take. This would have been a great fight to take. So basically, they're driving through. We can't see anybody, and we're going to see some random explosion over here for whatever reason. Now, I'm assuming he was throwing the C4 at the vehicle, and he underthrew it. That's a pretty big underthrow, but I know console players have a little bit more trouble throwing C4. But right here, we see two guys right here. What I would have done was brought my vehicle around this building, park it alongside. I would wrap the back corner while my teammate vaulted on top of the building. That way I'm putting shots on them and they're focused on me. He can shoot them from the top or vice versa. And the goal of this method is to collapse on them at the same time. You don't want the guy on the roof to get up there and start shooting at them as you're around in the corner, because if they go to ADS on them and they kill them, we're so far out of position, it'll now be a 1v2 whenever it comes time for me to challenge them. So make sure, whether you're flanking, whatever the case may be, you guys start focus firing somewhat relatively at the same time. It's all timing, it all takes practice, and it all takes being in sync with each other. But again, I definitely would have fought that. That would have been a really nice fight. Plus, they shot you, so f them for that.
No, no hay nada.
Pues esperemos a estos maricas acá y les damos, ¿o no?
Hágale, hágale. ¿Dónde?
Están allá al frente.
Guys, when you're driving vehicles and you're getting shot at and someone's scoping in on you, make sure you try not to go from drive to reverse, drive to reverse, drive to reverse. Because if I was a sniper, I definitely would have headshotted you out of there. Without a doubt, I would have headshotted you instantly.
Póngase plaquitas, ¿no?
Now, this is a good position too. The problem with this position, the reason why I would have rather fought them at the building, is because if you look at the mini-map, rotate your eyes to the mini-map, guys. If you look at the mini-map, this building right here, you would basically be in a 2v2 fight. It would be somewhat even, right? The chance of someone at hangar actually peeking out and shooting you, not that high. However, right now, because you're between hangar and titties, and you're on the edge of the circle, and the circle's pushing in, and they're going to have to come to you, you really run the risk of getting third-partied right here. Not to mention, if there are guys on the hill, you know, fourth-partied. So this right here is not a bad lip to contest this team, assuming you don't get shot at. But if you do get shot at, where do you go? And that's how I want you guys to approach every fight. If you get shot at, where do you go? Now we're in the situation that if he dips on the backside of the hill, he's going to get shot from the team sitting at titties. This is exactly what I was worried about, and this is exactly what's happening. Again, you're on the edge of the circle, you're gatekeeping. Everyone's going to be moving in towards you. So theoretically, you kind of put yourself in a third-party position. So what the enemy team did was they synced their gunshots with the cluster strike. Basically, if you call the cluster strike in first, it alerts the enemies and they'll start looking around and freaking out. And then they'll be able to kind of come up with an outplay or run from the cluster. But if you start blazing them down first and instantly launch the cluster strike, it's going to really confuse them. Plus, if you get the down, cluster strikes so they kill them, you give them no early warning system, period.
No,
Acá hay un man.
No.
When you're in the gulag, make sure you give call outs to your teammates. For instance, if you're in the gulag and your teammate's coming up and you want to be like enemy back left, enemy back right, enemy middle, enemy holding mid right, you want to give call outs to your teammates. That way he knows how to outplay them and how to flank. All right, so now is the decision. Do we want to go back for our loot, try to get it and contest the guys that killed us? I probably would. I'm pretty sure the enemy team at Titties killed the team that killed you. I'm almost positive of it. It's a pretty good risk versus reward. You're in the circle, your loot's within the circle. You have the little ridge over there. Just be very careful as you're coming in. I love the fact that he's scoping in as he's falling in. It gives you a little bit more zoom so you can kind of see a little bit better. This is something I don't see often, so I'm really happy to see this. All right, circle's coming in. These guys are ziplining up to the high point so they can fly into safety. All right, this isn't a bad play. The thing I would say, though, be careful when you parachute off of the roofs in downtown. One of the easiest kills to get is being downtown and watching somebody jump off the roof and parachute in. All right, we'll say, guys, Bach is doing a great job of pinging enemies. I want you guys to take note of that. If you have a teammate with you, make sure you're pinging everything. Guys, if you want to play better, whether you're playing with randoms, whether you're playing with friends, whether you're meeting new people, you guys need to start pinging your enemies. I play with friends that just say over there, over there, over there. They don't give me a call out. They don't give me a direction. They don't give me a ping. They give me nothing. They just say over here, and I end up spinning a circle like, I don't know where you're at, bro. And then by the time he actually tells me where he is, he's already dead, or I'm dead. So guys, whenever you're in a fight, whenever you see a target, make sure you ping the area. That instantly gets your teammates to focus on that area and help put gunfire on that target. Stop worrying about getting all the kills. Stop it. You guys are here for wins. If you guys want to win this game, you got to use teamwork. Stop fighting your teammates to get the highest kills you can. If you want to do that, play solos. All right, of course, easy beams. Now, where did the enemy team fuck up? Well, his teammate's down here in the window. He's playing this head glitch, right? He's in the window. If he gets shot and downed, he's safe. He plays this head glitch right here and he gets shot and downed, he's safe, right? He can get rezzed. You put yourself in this position, you're on top of this little right here, and then you're all the way on the left-hand corner. You get down, you're not safe. You got to crawl. Luckily, you can crawl fast, but not fast enough.
Lo maté.
And you got to be very careful parachuting.
Uno, no al-
Downtown. This just makes me sketched out. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. All right, they got the bounty. The bounty's got to jump. I don't know. He doesn't have to jump right this second, but I would stay somewhat focused on this building for sure and get this easy kill and get the money. Boom, too easy.
Buenísima, man.
I'm very surprised the enemy was trying to zip line down. He could have just jumped. Parachuting is definitely safer than zip lining, without a doubt. If let me catch you zip lining off the building. Let me catch you.
Yo tengo balas, yo tengo balas. Yo le boto. Hay gente, dilo.
Again, I want to give props to Bach for legitimately marking everybody he sees, whether he pings the exact person or he pings near the enemy. I love that. If you guys want to start increasing your wins as a team, no matter who you're playing with, you've got to ping enemies. I can't stress this enough. My normal teammates legitimately just rob me of that luxury, right? It's very rare that I play with a team that actually marks every single thing they shoot at. I get a lot of over theirs, I get a lot of over here's, and I'll make a video soon on how to be a good teammate. I really feel like I need to stress that, because if people just improve their teamwork, their wins will go up regardless of what their aim's like, regardless of what their kills are like, regardless of their stats. Your wins will definitely increase.
El gas, el gas, el gas.
This
Ahí
is
lo alcanzo a
unfortunate. You have a gas mask. I'd run out the back side and change my angle completely. I wouldn't run back out the door because these guys are going to be sitting here waiting for you. And they have the bouncing Betty. Jesus. Actually, yeah.
Métese por acá, a ver.
No alcancé a subir.
Basically, what I would have done, guys, was they were right here inside this building. If you look at the mini map, they were in this building right here. They got shot at through the doorway. I would have run out the backside, wrapped around the entire building, changed my angle completely, because these guys are still going to be watching there. They already got it down. They know you're going to come out of there. People don't expect you to run back into the gas and change position. That's why this is the play. You've got to change your position and not go back out the door you got shot from. All right, good knock. Good to execute. Definitely played up as soon as you can. Again, now in this position, if you want to change your angle, that's fine, right? You could always flank through the back and try to wrap around these guys and gatekeep them. That's completely up to you. I'd probably challenge them if you want to go for kills, get more money, get your teammate back. I would probably challenge him. But if you want to bail from the fight, guys, remember, you can always go back in the gas. You have a full gas mask and change your angle of approach. Now, guys, pay attention to your money. If you have enough money to do this, you could run back into the gas, buy your teammate back, buy another gas mask, and then run into safety. Now, be careful of your money. Make sure you know how much the gas mask costs. Make sure you know how much their buy costs, and then go with your move.
La casita que está ahí dentro del círculo, o si no, esta de acá.
It says his teammate marked the buy station, but I don't see it on the map. The only two buy stations you have are this one and this one. You know, if you really want to get your teammate back, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth. I'm gonna be honest. Solo duos is a pretty doable thing. It's not impossible, but it is, you know, somewhat difficult. I definitely, without a doubt, 100% would not go here. You got to push across an open ravine. This one, instantly, get it out of your head. Don't even think about it. You will die. People in the buildings will be watching that. People by the bridge will be watching that. People on the other side will be watching that. You will die. Even if you make it across, it's too in the open. It's way in the open. Not worth at all. On the street, next to a telephone pole. Not worth. This will be your best bet. But you have, how much time do you have? You have 18 seconds coming in, right? You have 18 seconds and you have a lot of buildings to navigate through. There's 12 teams left, 20 people. It's going to be congested. You're probably going to die. All right, so be careful when you're pushing from downtown, because remember, people will be on the top of the buildings and they will be looking out in this open field in your stadium, because they want to catch people coming out of stadium so they can gatekeep them and kill them. Now,
Ahí están, ahí están.
right here, I know what you're about to do. I see it in your gunplay. I see it in your movement. You're getting ready to ADS, right? You have a guy right here and you have a guy right here. You're going to shoot at them right now. But the problem with that is, the only thing you have protecting you is a bush, kind of. Again, it's concealment. It's not cover. Bullets can travel through that. So if they start shooting at you and you go behind this to hide, you're going to get shot and killed. Or you might not. There's a chance you can get shot and killed because they can just spray through the bush. I would work my way up to this tree, get some hard cover, put shots on one guy and then take out the other. Also, guys, in general, if you don't trust your own gunplay, make sure you go to the tree and you at least mount on it, right? At least mount on it so you can get less recoil. You can be more accurate. Plus, when you're mounted, you have a kind of a head glitch, right? You're not just sticking out in the open like a sore thumb. Again, I want to go ahead and throw this out here too. Before, I'm sorry, I keep rewinding, but I want to go ahead and throw this out there. You can see it in his gameplay. He's trying to line up the crosshair on the enemy, and it's very jerky. Left, right. You overshot the target going right. You overshot the target going left. Trust me, lower your ADS sensitivity. It will change your life. Promise you. I think the ADS sensitivity is more of your worry than anything. Okay, we're going further back. All right, so remember, we're running behind this bush, but again, cover versus concealment. They could spray through this and kill you. At least they should be able to. Maybe in this game they don't, but they should be able to. They stop shooting. I guess they're changing position or whatnot. Let's see. See what happens.
Dude, no! Dude, you're camping!
Dude, no! Dude, you're camping! Shut up.
Puta, no lo
¿Le
veo.
dijo campero?
Sí.
All right, so the enemy's got a pretty decent head. He's got a pretty decent spot where he can just kind of head glitch. You can't see him, but you see his tracers coming from that angle. The problem with what he's got is he's in the kill box. He's the lower portion of the map. You could easily peek over and ADS on him, shoot him in the face. You just got to find out where he is. In this situation, I would probably go gopher on him. I'd pop up real quick, pop down, pop up, pop down, just to see if I can get eyes on the target. Don't just stand up, scan around, and look around and be like, hey, where you at, bro? Hey, where you at? You want to pop up, go down, like whack-a-mole. And then once you find them, it makes it so much easier just to snap on them, ADS, get the kill, and roll out. Because you do have the high ground. In my opinion, you do have the better advantage. But that's just as far as he's concerned. If there's anybody behind you, you're in a up spot. Again, I'd be popping up like whack-a-mole. Remember, he's still down there. I know he's still down there. He's got to be, right? He didn't move. No way. Based off the way he was just playing when he just shot at you, he's not looking to move out of that area at all. He's still safe, I believe. This little ridge right here, I believe he's still safe. So that's the first place I would look. When I scan for an enemy I've already seen, I always look to where I last saw him first. Notice how CR is looking to the right, where he killed the last guy. I'd be looking to where I last saw the guy who was just shooting at me. And there he is right there. All right, if you notice, the tracer's coming from right here, right? You can't see anything. I can see a little bitty dot right there, but that's barely. That's a pretty hard heady. Hey, light him up. CR had the better position, had the higher ground. Is that a bed squeaking?
No, es el oro, ahora me psicosis, weón.
That's a hell of a rhythm.
No, mentira, no, tranquilo.
All right, so Gash is pushing in, and you've got to cross this big ass ravine in order to get to the farmland area. It's a very shitty position to be in because you're so vulnerable and there's zero cover, right? There's really not a smart play here. This is honestly just a YOLO. There's no smart play. I would definitely be scanning for enemies to see if I can get a pick somewhere. But again, with the nerf on the Bruin now, you're not going to have as much range as you used to. So if there's somebody over here, the chance to be able to stand in the middle of the open, ADS, snap on them, get the down, get the kill without getting shot in the back of the head is going to be very, very unlikely. So bless up, brother. Good luck. Oh, no. Oh, not the animation, bro. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, this fucking game. Bro, I got anxiety from that. Holy shit. Now, again, you got to be very careful. I know you want the armor plate box, but at some point, just say screw it, right? That's not your fault. All right, so in a 1v5 situation, there's 5 teams left, so what is that?
Seis personas. Cinco equipos.
Math. I don't know.
Todos en solos.
All right, so we're in a 1v5 situation. We're in a really fucked up spot. This is where panicking does not help your case, and this is when your ADS sensitivity helps your case, right? So fix your ADS sensitivity. But this is when panicking, you got to calm down. It's in game right now. I know everyone gets nervous. Everyone wants to get the win. But we should have already killed this guy. This guy, you need to beam this dude, right? You need to beam this dude. You see him right now. You instantly ADS on him, snap on him. But unfortunately, because he's only sidestepping slowly, right? So if you lower your ADS sensitivity, you'll be able to follow him and track him properly without overshooting the target and going back and forth. Because you really want to take this guy out first as fast as possible. The longer it takes for you to kill this guy, the more time this guy has to learn where you're at, react, and put some shots on you. He's looking at you right now, so he needs to start shooting at you now. Unfortunately, you haven't even broken his armor. I don't really see you surviving this fight, but you might. Let's see what happens.
Está
Y hay otro a su
echado.
derecha. A su derecha hay otro. Hacia
Sí,
la izquierda.
sí lo vi.
Don't allow the enemy teammate to bully you, right? You just downed his boyfriend. He's going to go for the res, 100%. The more time you give him, the more confident he's going to be going for the res. So at this point, I would go peek back over that hill and see if I can kill him while he's getting the res off. Finish the fight. All right, well, they just got killed by another enemy. You have a lot of gas mask left, so if you need to use it for play, make sure you do so.
Que de pronto los manes les da por reír aquí.
Good down. Yeah, I like, keep it slow play. Don't let the gas panic you. You have the gas mask and you're crawling with it. I like that. We know there's an enemy by the buy station that you just downed. So we know that it's a 1v1v1 process of elimination, guys. One guy's over here on this side of the street. Nobody is up here. You can't see anybody. He could be behind that tree, but probably not. I think the last guy is in the ravine, hiding, waiting for his opportunity to third party. Because you've now shot your gun, you've downed the other enemy. Perfect opportunity for him to come up and finish the fight.
Uy, parce, estoy pero engordeado.
So that's exactly where my eyes would be resting at. This guy's got self-res. He could pop up. You're in a position to get pinched.
La tienda no hay
He
nadie.
could be behind that tree. No, there he is. Okay. Let's pop up a gopher. Did you see that shit? Oh, dude, what the hell? Pop up in the shots, pop back down. CR, thank you so much for submitting your gameplay, brother. I really appreciate it, dude. A lot of lessons to be learned. Again, main factor that I saw, lower your ADS sensitivity, bro. I think you would have a way better chance at tracking targets if you lower your ADS sensitivity. I think your kill count would increase dramatically, and I think you'd have more fun overall. This game's the first game I've really fine-tuned my ADS and my DPI for my mouse. If you're a controller player, don't worry about DPI. Y'all don't have that. But this was the first game I really sat there, and I've been changing it month after month after month. It's just something you really need to fine tune. And it don't just be like, well, so-and-so uses this or so-and-so uses that. That's what I'm going to use because he's really good. It goes off of your eye-hand coordination. It goes off of your reaction time. It goes off of you. Your ADS sensitivity is legitimately yours. Don't go off anything anyone tells you. But again, guys, the point of this video is not to make fun of anybody. It's not to harp on the bad things about somebody's gameplay. It's just constructive criticism. So I can learn from it. You guys can learn from it. They can learn from it. We can all grow from this. Because when we're getting shit on left and right in Warzone, it's very hard to learn how to get better at the game. But thank you again, guys, for tuning in. We're closing in on 40,000 subscribers. So again, don't forget to hit the sub button. Leave a like on the video. Our goal for this video is 600 likes. And y'all have a good one. And until next time, good luck in Warzone. Yo, guys, thank you for watching. If you guys are interested in any more tips and tricks videos, make sure you click one of these links over here. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the link below. And follow us on Twitch and join our Discord. The link to those will be in the description as well. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.